House of the Dragon is such a frustrating show because you get moments and episodes that are so well done. Then you have a boring subplot pop up. The first 4 episodes were such a strong start, especially the first 3. Episode 1, you get the Battle of the Gullet, Jace and Bela vs Reyna. I haven't read the book, so when they killed my boy in the first episode, that broke me. You also have Corlys and Alan vs the Triarchy. Episode 2.
How dare you set your hands on me? How dare you?
You have brilliant acting from Emma Darcy with Rhaenyra crying over Jace's body. I loved seeing Syrax, Caraxes, Silverwing and Vermithor flying together to King's Landing. Daemon had an aura farming session, good for him. Otto Hightower being alive and Rhaenyra cutting his head off on the second try, but she did it. Alicent walking in right after. Episode 3, the Rhaenyra special, where you get to see her mental status. She is stressed, mourning her son, has no money, and of course, how can I forget? Ormond gave her a fake Daeron Targaryen. Other positives, you also have Ormond and Daeron. That whole relationship was interesting to watch. Ormond puts on a composed presence, but he is low-key a crash out. And Daeron's behavior insinuates that Ormond is not what he seems. The Tumbleton plot was a positive for sure. You also have Aemond and his humbling journey. I liked this. Seeing this character go through absolute shite, it does make the reveal of Sunfire feel like he earned it. Like it was a reward for all of the shite he's been going through. Even though I will say, the way Sunfire is revealed isn't the best, but for the character of Aegon, that was a good moment for him. My main issues with this season are the other subplots. Criston Cole and Gwaine versus the Tully army and the Winter Wolves was pretty boring. I'm sorry guys. I think this had so much potential to be such an interesting subplot, but they didn't commit. Cole is doing guerrilla warfare tactics, which I feel like if they really wanted to make this more interesting, give us some really worthwhile scenes, this could have been such a good subplot, but they didn't commit and ultimately it was pretty boring. They did do Cole's death really well, but that doesn't make up for the previous episodes where it wasn't interesting. Aemond at Harrenhal with Alice. Another boring subplot. Aemond is such a good character that I want to see him interacting with other people, not just Alice, because that's boring. It would have been so cool seeing him maybe with Cole doing the guerrilla warfare tactics, looking for Vhagar, and eventually when he does find Vhagar, he leaves Cole and then Cole dies. That would have been so interesting. Or they could have just made Harrenhal more interesting some way, somehow. Low-key, I'm pissed because I want to see Aemond terrorizing people, not just, whatever this was. Daemon and the City Watch, this was alright. I do think though, after they find out that Ormond is behind all of the deaths and the writing on the walls in King's Landing, anything after that is redundant because you're not going to stop them. The only way is to stop the source, which is Ormond. These subplots not being great really destroyed the momentum of the first 4 episodes, especially when key characters like Aemond and Daemon are not being used to the fullest capacity. But to be fair, Daemon did have other interesting stuff going on, such as the Reyna and Sheep Stealer conundrum, lying to Rhaenyra that he killed the rider, and then in episode 7, when Caraxes, Syrax, and Seasmoke gang up on Sheep Stealer, which I loved. Anything with the dragons, I love. Episode 7, the finale, you have Rhaenyra. All she does in this episode is kill the High Septon and declare herself as the chosen one. I didn't think this would be her ending in this season because I know she had beef with the Septon, but I didn't think it was such a big deal to the point where they're going to end this season with her doing this. I did like this though, but I was expecting something else major to happen for her, but nothing happened. So I can't help but feel a little bit disappointed with how they ended the season with her. Tumbleton and this battle. Now, the battle itself was good, the action is good, the dragons flying is cool. Ormond had the plan of Ulf being on his side, but ultimately Ulf just said, fuck it, I'm killing everybody, which I did love. He is tired of being used and dragged around. Ormond ends up getting killed by Roddy the Ruin. He is a beast. The way he did kill Ormond was really good and cool. Getting burned alive, he was ready to die. However, I do think they should have gave that moment to Daemon killing Ormond because he didn't do anything interesting once he was in the town. He just fought that big guy who I don't really care about. I would much rather see Daemon kill Ormond. Aegon and Aemond reunite. I loved this scene for Aegon because this whole season was leading up to this point for him potentially getting revenge versus his brother for almost killing him. Now I'm thinking maybe I should take this guy seriously because in the past he was a loser to me, but now he has something there now. And I think what they did for the character this season was great. Now, his brother Aemond, as you know, I don't like the Harrenhal plot. It's boring. I guess in his journey there, he wants forgiveness from Aegon, which in my opinion, I didn't get that vibe the whole time he was there. But I mean, okay, bro, sure. Helena ended up jumping out the window, which I did not expect because in the previous episodes, she said she would not escape without her daughter, but now she has done this and left her daughter behind by herself. You also have Mysaria just getting kicked out, just on a random one. This makes me confused about this character and what the show wants from her. For the most part, she is pretty loyal to Rhaenyra, but now Rhaenyra doesn't want her. I don't understand. What is the point of this character? I was coming into this really hyped up, and as I said, the first 4 episodes were really good. And in fact, 5 of the episodes this season I really liked. The first 4 and episode 7, that is majority of the season being pretty good episodes, but I still feel like this is a disappointing season. I do think this is because I had such high expectations, so it's not even their fault. That is all my thoughts about this season. Thank you for watching.